Good afternoon and welcome to all of our Polo Line TV viewers on the live stream. We are live and direct from Abu Dhabi here at the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. First of our two matches here this afternoon, and this one to be contested between the home team Ghantoot and UAE. Host? Not a commentator, I'm a host. Darwin. That's me. We've got a couple of umpires getting themselves ready. And the teams are out there warming up. Rochi Torigitar just going in front of the commentary position there. UAE wearing the black shirts today with the white trim. Ghantoot in the all white with a little bit of green on the sleeve. Here's the top goal scorers thus far. Luquin Monteverde is top of the tree with 9. Capella in fine form, sitting in second with 6 goals to his name. He'll be in the second match this afternoon when Abu Dhabi take on Ghantoot. Gonzalo Ferrari also has 6 to his name. Bauti Vajuga has 5. And Marcos Araja, about to play in the back position here for Ghantoot, has 4 goals to his name. There's the socials. If you'd like to get a message in, let us know who you're supporting, where you're watching the action from. Insta at Polo Line OK, Facebook at Polo Line Int, and through YouTube at Polo Line TV. Great drone shots coming in from Field 2, our first match. Spoilt for fields here at Ghantoot at the moment. They've had a couple of the older fields relayed out the back, and the facilities really are top-notch. Brilliant polo fields down here, and all the players are enjoying having a run around on these wonderful pitches, especially as we come towards the latter stages of the high goal season here in the UAE. There's the runners and riders. Nasser Al-Shamsi takes the 1 shirt for Ghantoot. At 2 is Juan Ambrosio of a 5-goal handicap. And then the first of 2 7-goalers, Gonzalo Ferrari, is at 3. And at the back, Marcos Araja. Their opponents, Her Highness Sheikh Meitha Al Maktoum, takes the number 1 position for UAE. At 2 is Luquin Monteverde of 7 goals. Rochi Torigitar is in the 3 shirt. He plays off 6. And at the back, having a great season, Tio Lacau, also 7 goals. Our umpires, Peter Wright and Matthias Barbieni. Third man chair with the benefit of the replay is myself. A little bit windy, to be fair. Where is that wind coming from? It's kind of diagonally across the field. From the top left-hand corner, that's the Ghantoot camp as we look from the commentary position. It's probably a little bit more blustery than you would want, but it's not horrific. The sun is out and it's fairly warm. A bit of a nip in the air, but it's pretty good conditions for polo, especially if that wind were to just drop a fraction. Field looks great, as do all the fields here at the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. And it really makes a difference, of course, to the quality of play. I'm looking forward to seeing these two go and face off in this 20-goal contest. There's Luquin Monteverde having retrieved that loose ball. just knocking it back towards the umpires. He's playing in the 2 shirt. One of 2 7-goalers in that team. There's Lacau, the number 4, also off 7 goals. And UAE have had a fine season, I can tell you. They came up a little bit short in the Silver Cup, but they defeated Jengari in the Gold Cup. So 2 finals out of 2, and they're looking to make it a 3rd final here in the Ghantoot International Polo Championships. They played one and won one, as have their opponents, both of these teams winning in their first outings. Ghantoot took on Ghantoot, and well, the scoreline perhaps flattering Ghantoot a little bit, although they did run away with it in the 5th chukker. It was pretty close, that game, and Ghantoot were very good for much of the match, but then Ghantoot ran away with it and defeated them 12-7, and UAE were involved in an absolute belter of a game with Abu Dhabi, who they defeated narrowly by the score of 11 goals to 10. So both played one, won one. This is going to be a goodie. We're in play. Ricochets off a pony. Faking the backhander there is Gonzalo Ferrari. He's got Kakua Raja now taking over. He's being tracked by Lukin. He may leave this man to Lacau. And Lacau coming across, but he looks like he's been burnt here by Kakua Raja, who's working the ball around the corner there with a couple of taps. Lukin, stick raised. The attack's still going. It's slowed down a little bit. Loose ball being pounced on there. Another stick raised, but UAE look like they have escaped with the ball here. Backhander coming in, and unlucky there, Al-Shamsi, because he got bad on ball and he got himself into a good position, but the ball came ballooning back off Torre Guitar's stick and landed very favourably here for the young man, and he's gone near side. Rocci did everything right, but he's missed the target. Well, there's the replay of Nasser flying back in defence to get some pressure on, and well, you'd have to say he did enough, as the ball has gone wide and the score remains 0-0 here as it's brought back into play by Ghantoot. Out to the left-hand side, Gonzalo Ferrari cuts back and then tries to cut that one. He wanted a bit more angle on that, and he's mishit it, and it's gone very straight and right into the lap of the UAE defence. Torre Guitar, they want the pass, but he's shown too much of that to Juan Ambrosio, and Juan's come up with a nice little flick into the path of his teammate. 2 of them over the top of the ball, picked up now by Rocci, who comes around the corner here looking to try and get this one downfield for UAE, who are on the attack again. Lacau has been crunched out of the way there with a big ride-off coming in there from Gonzalo Ferrari, and Ferrari's backhander has been picked up here by a teammate who turns the corner. Nice work by Ghantoot in defence. Ferrari goes for the pass, little measured flick pass down towards him, out towards the boards, and he switched over to the offside, but he's been hooked out of it by Torre Guitar, who read the situation well. Rocci now on the boards. Can he try and launch this one downfield and get an attack? He's got Lukin, who's interested, who's gone forward. Lacau will come through. He wanted the whistle, but the Whites have nipped in and stolen back possession. Lukin is there. Fakes the backhander and spins the corner. Trying to get this one back towards goal is young Lukin Monteverde. He's gone past his man. He's got a couple more to beat. Dancing his way left and right. Still got possession of the ball. He's switched to the near side. Back to the offside. Lacau will come in and give him a little bit of protection. Lukin, been told to get on with it. Punches it down towards goal, and a whistle as Tio Lacau straightened up on that. Came flying down towards goal. 4:45 on the clock, and a couple of players will nip off and change because it's a stop here by the umpires. The ball's been placed down. It's going to be a close range penalty here and a chance for UAE to draw first blood. Lukin circling around. Nice little starter, isn't it? In fact, it's Rocci who's got the honours. Torre Guitar comes in and he smashes that through. No messing around there. Beautiful strike, and just what you want, isn't it? A close range penalty to loosen up. And making no mistake there, the number 3 for UAE. And they go into the lead here, a goal to nil. And Rocci taking the penalty duties as Lukin was off changing. Monteverdi's been hitting the dead ball very, very well all season. But he's got some very good backup, hasn't he, in the form of Rocci Torigita, who's on the ball now, under a little bit of pressure in the ride-off from Gonza Ferrari. Ferrari wants the whistle, but didn't look like there was anything in that to me. Play will continue here, work forward. Gets a little bit of a bump there by Juanchi Ambrosio, who's done well to take Monteverdi out of the play. In fact, it was, of course, Rocci who he took out of the play, and that one's gone downfield, but it's gone a little bit too far. And back in defence here goes Tio Lecao. Lecao's tail backhander is a nice one out towards Lukin. Lukin trying to go near side, but he's been beaten to the ball there. It's a good centering shot by Gonzalo Ferrari. Swept across the field, and Lecao has possession here for UAE. Goes for the first time, long, deep cut shot, and he's got plenty on that. Almost too much. And back in defence will go Ferrari. Fakes the backhander, puts the brakes on, nips it around the corner. Got some support from Ambrosio, and Ambrosio's pass is a beauty. Straight out into the path of Kakuaraja. They want the return pass, they're screaming for it. He's got Juan Ambrosio and Nasser Al-Shamsi, and going forward now, here comes Gonzalo Ferrari. Al-Shamsi thinks about it, but he lets his teammate come through. He's called out of it here by Ambrosio. Juan has time to put the brakes on and then set himself, and he's had a go towards goal. It's going to come up a little bit short and a little bit left, and that's a beautiful under-the-neck shot from Her Highness Sheikha Meitha, and she's brilliantly decided to go near side, which was the right play. Couldn't quite get bat on ball, but she had some support. And it's in fact Lecao who overruns the ball and leaves it here. And it is now in possession with Kakuaraja. Fakes to go long, decides to bring it back in field. Lecao takes out his teammate Ambrosio, and that creates a little bit of space in front of him. Little measured under the neck shot towards goal. Ferrari has it. Gonzalo will shoot, and he's going to fizz that one out to the left-hand side, and he's off target. So possession back to UAE. Couple of goal shots coming in there from Ghantoot. They'll be disappointed not to have converted. First one from Ambrosio, and the second one there by Gonzalo Ferrari. Ball is back with Tio Lecao. Monteverdi breaking left and then cutting back to the right. He's going to be the recipient of this cut shot pass. Well, just as I say that, it's been nicely read by Gonzalo Ferrari, who came in with good pace, straightened up nicely, and has possession of the ball back here for Ghantoot. Gonzalo. Big hook coming in from Lukin, but and Lukin's caught himself on the front of the saddle, has he? Or maybe a finger involved in that hook. Looks like he's rubbing maybe a dead leg. Dead leg there as he came into the challenge with Gonzalo Ferrari, sensed that Monteverdi was there, got the ride off him, but in doing so he's accidentally injured the young man. He's just taking a little bit of a time out. Looks like he's going to be good to continue. And the Whites have possession of the ball, so they're going to get possession back here with the fair play drop ball. Just waiting for Her Highness Sheikha Meitha, who's just changed her pony. She's just coming back into position here on this tostada. Ferrari. Kaku goes right and then breaks back left and wants that pass down the boards. That's a good bit of skill there between those two. Nicely worked. Kaku now trying to work on a shooting opportunity. Araja into space. He's inside the 40. It's still Kaku Araja trying to work this one back towards goal. It's come off a pony and fallen nicely to his teammates, but good defence, and UAE are going to escape with the ball here in the form of Tio Lacau. Tio with time. Goes hard and long and downfield towards Luquin Monteverde, and Luquin's going to have to go near side. Well read by Ambrosio, who sensed the danger and got back in defence there. A nice play from Juan, and the tail backhander there from Ferrari is into the path of Kakuraja, who's going to come around the corner, and he tried to get the better of Lacau there on the turn, but in the end he needed support here from Ferrari. Ferrari has a man free. Can he find the pass? The pass is through. It's Al Shamsi who will have to go near side, hooked out of it there by Torre Guitar, and it is Monteverde who comes up with a ripper of a tail backhander straight into the path of Tio Lacau. Centre, he's got Monteverde wanting the ball. Can he find him? Yes, he can. Lovely pass. And this bay mare is stretching her legs, and she's up over the halfway line. Appealing for the foul there is Nasser Al Shamsi, but looked like he was a bit late on that play. He'll have to go near side here in defence, and does. First hooter goes. And so too does the whistle. It's going to be the end of the first chukker, ladies and gentlemen. A good chukker of Polo. A little bit goal shy, perhaps. Certainly Ghantoot with a couple of chances that they will be disappointed about not having converted. But at the end of the first, UAE have a narrow advantage here over Ghantoot. It's 1-0. Welcome back, Polo liners. Welcome back to the back of Tio Lacau. The number 4 there for UAE, who normally play in white, but today they're in black with the white sleeves because they're taking on the home team, Ghantoot, who are in their familiar white shirts for this occasion. Just the 1 goal in the first chukker, and it was a close range penalty that was converted by Rosendo Torreguitar. It looks like we had a bell that we didn't hear, and there's going to be a neutral roll in from the centre of the field. Quite windy here today. Play is underway. Breaking away with this one. And on the march, flying down the field here. A little jump there from the pony over the halfway line, but this is good stuff. Just as I say that, Ferrari over the top of the plate. Torreguitar. Has he hit that a little bit too long? He hasn't. He got there. And the gap was closing. The white player coming across was a little bit slow. And the angle was too steep. The umpires didn't like it. The whistle has been blown. It's going to be a penalty 5 from the spot in favour of the defending team here, and Lacau brings us back into play. Launches it. He's got a good hit on him, hasn't he? And he's found a nice pass here And that's another lovely hit downfield. Look at this. This is complete Polo here from UAE. Monteverde is in. It's Monteverde and a whistle. Well, it was beautifully worked. Lecau's hit was right on the money. First time hit from Tori Guitar. And then Lukin came in for the ride-off. And in the end, there wasn't much contact, if any, between the two players. And there you see it. So, the defensive penalty now in favour of Ghantoot. Under the neck shot pass. Lecau's just slipped his marker there and is able to get in on Cacuaraja. Juan Ambrosio there gets crunched by Monteverde as he tries to work that one around the corner, but he's done well there, Juan, and he's left the ball for his teammate. And, well, Lukin really in the walls, isn't he? He's taken the dead leg, now he's got one in the ribs. Just got a little bit of a rasping from the pony's head, which does happen in polo, of course. I think he's okay. Is he going to go? I think his whip might be broken. Whip ended up dangling in between, under the chin of his opponent's horse. It may well be broken. He's gone off to change. I think he's okay. He's got a new whip and he's coming back out for action. So don't forget, we've got Abu Dhabi against Habtoor, the second of our two games here this afternoon. We'll be moving fields for that one, and that will be on the Sultan bin Zayed field after this game concludes and we get ourselves dismantled and set up over there. Bit of a miss hit there from Gonza Ferrari, but he got some good angle on it. Tio Lecau comes in, gets a ride-off in on Cacuaraja. Possession back here with UAE. Nice little measured, wristy, full swing pass into the path of Lukin Monteverde, and Lukin is coming through at pace. They'll have to get to him, and miscontrol just pushes the ball out to the right-hand side. Ghantoot back in possession. Some good work again by Ambrosio. He's creating some space there for his teammate. Araja goes downfield towards Al-Shamsi. Al-Shamsi beaten to the ball there by Lecau. Lecau finds a nice near-sider and it's picked up here by Lukin. Lukin sets himself, he went for the absolute glory Hail Mary from there, and he's mishit it. It's been stolen back here by Ghantoot. And a whistle. There was a cry of anguish there just before the whistle went. And there you have it. The contact no good. Lukin established and tracking that play, and he got cut up. Araja there playing up back. He's been with Ghantoot for some years now. Well established down here. He's having a fine season. Again here for Ghantoot. Now the penalty duties this time have gone back to Lukin, who happened to be changing ponies at the last penalty, and he's going to take responsibility here from 60 yards, looking to double up on the scoreboard. It looks like it's right. The contact wasn't great, and he has in fact pushed that one wide of the right hand post and out of play. Ferrari. A tap and a whack. Araja looking again to get some support and help from Juan Ambrosio. This time Juan has left the ball and gone downfield. Kaku didn't get hold of that at all. Lecao, little open backhander. Lukin will be able to go offside. He's got all the time here to put the brakes on and spin the corner and lift his head up and assess his options. Nudges it across the field, decides to run it himself and then opens up, skies it. And that's some brilliant skills. Look at that, how he brought that ball down on the run there under pressure from Kaku Araja was quite brilliant, but he's lost possession and the Whites have got it back. Gonzalo. Ferrari around the corner, a little puff of sand coming up from the field there, and that pass just a little bit too accurate, and it's just glanced off the pony of Nasser Al-Shamsi, and he's done well there. Nasser in and gets a really good well-timed ride off there on Torre Guitar, picked up by his teammate Juan Ambrosio, but he's gone down a cul-de-sac and the ball's been stolen away by Rochi. Good hook coming in from Lukin. Possession changing hands left, right and centre here. It's like Ghantoot have got it back now. Big ride-off. He's done well here, Ferrari, and he's set himself and he's absolutely crunched it, but he's crunched it wide. And still, with 3 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock here in the second, just one goal in the game. We've had plenty of attacks. Here comes Teo Lecao. Lukin. Comes around and does a full circle after that little miscontrol. Then he cuts it out towards the halfway line. A little waft there from Teo Lecao, but he couldn't get bat on ball and the attack has broken down. That one punched through there by Gonzalo Ferrari. A well-timed ride-off coming in here from Nasser Al-Shamsi, who's got the better of Torre Guitar. It's Nasser reaching out, trying to get the flick. Lecao's backhander, the goalpost goes down. Monteverde will drop in here and pick up the ball. Just checked up and tried to get the foul there on Kaku Araja, but nothing giving. As Ferrari picks it up once again, a miscontrol from him. This time, a lovely backhander coming in from Monteverde. He was trying to release a teammate, but first to surface will be a white player in the form of Gonzalo Ferrari, who calls off Nasser Al-Shamsi. Ferrari leaves it here for Araja. Kaku finds a bit of space there. This looks pretty good. I don't think it's going to go all the way, but it's good for line. It's taken a hoof off a pony and fallen nicely here for UAE. Lecao's backhander out towards the boards. Kaku will be first to surface. Juan Ambrosio. Ambrosio around the corner. Still going here. Here's the 5-goal Argentine working this one across the field, looking for the space to open up. He's called off it. Ferrari. Ferrari putting the brakes on. He tried to turn left there as he got to the ball. Lukin was on his left-hand side. The whistle's gone. And a few players have decided it's a good opportunity to nip off and change. We've got 1:50 on the clock here, and it's going to be a penalty 5. And a chance for Teo Lecao to get the ball away from the danger zone and downfield. First time hit out to the left-hand side. Monteverde will go near side. May flick this one back towards his teammate and does. Nice play there. Picked up by Rochi, who opens up and returns the favour there to Lukin. He wanted the whistle. He's got some support though by Teo Lecao. Lecao trying to weave his way through the traffic. Shown too much of that there to the Ghantoot defence, and they've worked the ball away. I think Lecao's taken a whack here, and he has. Came in with the ride-off there with Kaku Araja. I think he may well have got a stick on a sore part. Here's the replay. Ball stolen away. And there you see it. Lecao taking a painful one. So Tilakau is on the ground there. He's going to need some medical attention. We're just trying to get the attention of the ambulance to get down there and check out Tilakau. You can see there's not a lot of movement after he gets clobbered, and that's a sign that somebody is genuinely hurt. Of course, not to suggest that he is a player that would ever fake an injury, but that looks like a nasty one. Good steal, and then there's the play as he lifts the stick back up into the face of his opponent, and he gets one in the chops. Unfortunately, the wind seems to be picking up here at Ghantoot. We were hoping it was going to ease off a little bit. There's Tilakau down with the medical team. How's he looking? He's good to go. As we see the replay once again, there's the hook, and then he gets one on the hand. So let's hope that that hand is strong enough to continue. Thought initially from the angle we had he got one in the face, but that's not the case. We've got a fair play drop ball here in favour of the whites, and it is with Gonzalo Ferrari. He's gone very hard at that, didn't get the contact he was looking for, but the angle was good, and Ambrosio able to switch over and then set himself, and that's a nice one downfield, but is it a little bit too left on that with that amount of power on it, and in fact it does beat Al Shamsi out of play. And another opportunity slides by for Ghantoot. Clock having ticked down to the last 46 seconds here in this second chukker. Tilakau brings us back into play. Good ride-off coming in from Nasser Shamsi there on Rochi Torigita, and that's allowed his teammate Kakua Raja a little bit of time. There's the hooter as Ferrari brings the ball through the pack there with some nice skills out of the air, and he's found a good pass downfield. Is this the moment Ghantoot open their scoring? It's a bit grubby, but they've still got possession. The cow will have to come out of the way. The goal shot comes in, and Lukien, right place, right time. It's fallen very nicely for him, and he works it out of the fence here and smashes it downfield. And unfortunately for Sheikh Ameta, who was screaming for the pass. The second hooter has gone just as Tolly Guitar was about to get that pass downfield. And that will be the end of the second chukker. A low-scoring match here between Ghantoot and UAE, at the moment being shaded by UAE. They're ahead, but just by one. It's 1-0. Welcome back, everybody. Tuned in on the Polo Line TV live stream. Welcome back to a very windy Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. And I was hoping the wind was going to drop off, but it seems to have got worse. And we're getting blown around a little bit in the commentary position. Nice shots from our tower camera. Looks like we're waiting for a white. Could well be Kakua Raja, who hasn't mounted up yet. And it looks like Kaku has an injury now, so it's been one of those games, hasn't it? A bit stop-start, injuries to a couple of players. Lukin has been in the wars. Tiola Cow taking a whack. And now Marcos Araja needs some medical attention as well. He's okay. He's back on board. Lukin just went over to check that he's all right. Nice to see. And the boys are coming back onto the field together. It's going to be a roll in from the centre of the field. It was a second bell as Rochi got to the ball and was about to, well, he did actually hit it, but Hooter just going before he did so. Lukin, this looks pretty good to me. Has he found it? Oh yes, have a bit of that. Have a bit of that. Very nice, out of the turn. Set himself, he had a long way to go to goal, but he's got a beautiful contact on the ball with that under the neck shot, and he split the uprights, and in doing so, he has extended UAE's lead. They go 2-0. Juan Ambrosio. Oh, now this time it's Rocci who's taken a whack. I can't believe it. Extraordinary. Well, it's one of those games you just wouldn't want to be out there. Is that elbow? Is he holding his elbow or wrist? He might have taken one on the elbow, you know. Let's have a look at the replay. Might have been horse's head. Yeah, he's taken... It was a ride-off from National Al-Shamsi. But it looks like he's okay. And it's going to be a fair play drop ball. Dropped at the feet of Marco Sarraja, who circles around here on this little bay. Can he launch this one towards goal and open up the scoring for Ghantoot? He's gone long and hard, and he's just opened it up a little bit, and he's wide to the right. Tiolacao cuts it out to the right-hand side into the path of Luquin Monteverde. He's going to go across there and smash that one downfield. He smashed it straight into the path of Gonzalo Ferrari. Ferrari on the turn here. Decides to run it up over the halfway line and retain possession of the ball himself. Ferrari now showing his skills. Can he work this one into a decent position? Just as I say that, he canes it out to the right-hand side and the attack is broken down. Al-Shamsi, well positioned. Called off it there by Kaku Raja, but Kaku's backhand has been charged down, and UAE are on the counter-attack here, and Monteverde goes first time into some space, and on the end of this is Rocci Torreguitar. Rocci out to the left-hand side, sets himself, fizzes that one back towards goal, but he's gone across the face, and he's wide of the target. Just 2 goals in the game. Ghantoot yet to open their account. Now, do we have an obstruction there? Luquin Monteverde, the number 2, trying to get to the ball carrier. And there were a couple of whites, but in particular, Juan Ambrosio. He looked like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It is an obstruction. Obstructing the primary defender, and as a result, it's a mandatory penalty 4 in favour of UAE, and it's going to be Luquin, the number 2 here, circling around on this chestnut with a couple of looseners, looking for number 3. Oof, dangerous height, wasn't it? Amazing stop by Gonzalo Ferrari. And then a whistle. There was a tussle of players. And a whistle. Penalty 5 in favour of Ghantoot. Ferrari going very hard at the ball today, which is almost too hard, you'd say. Didn't quite get the contact he was looking for, but that's a good touch, and he spins the corner and he stopped that one getting through to Torreguitar. Very important interception there by Gonzalo Ferrari. Ferrari downfield towards his teammate, reaching out there and getting control of the play was Kaku Raja, and he got clattered by Luquin Monteverde, who came in, and he didn't look like the contact was any good. Great play from Ferrari. And there is the challenge. Kaku well set, and Luquin coming out in front, and the ride-off was no good. So an opportunity, a golden opportunity for Ghantoot to finally get the scoreboard ticking in their favour. Certainly won't want to get to half-time having drawn a blank and not scored a goal. Babieni calls play. Here comes Kaku. Measured, controlled, full swing, and he pops it through, and the Whites finally have got a goal to their name. They're trailing by just one. It's 2-1 in favour of UAE. Back to centre. Picked up by Ferrari. Not the direction on that he wanted, and he's asked Al Shamsi to come around and... Whoa. A collision there between a few players as Nasser Al Shamsi tried to get back to the ball. Have a look at the replay here. The pass wasn't great, in fairness, and Al Shamsi had to go and retrieve it. And in trying to get back to the ball, he has come together with Torreguitar and Juan Ambrosio. And we now have an injury to Nasser Al Shamsi. This is extraordinary. I mean, are there any... Well, I'm not going to tempt fate. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Well, the good news is he's okay, and the better news is he's back on his horse. So, no harm done. Ponies all look good as well. Could have potentially been nasty, that. And it is a fairly obvious one here for the refs. They've dropped the ball down. It's going to be a penalty 5 in favour of UAE. Here comes Teo Lacau to get us back in play. Matthias Barbieni's pony just playing up on him a little bit. But he's okay as that pass goes out to the far side, and it is Luquin Monteverde working the ball back in field here. Luquin finds the pass, come up a little bit short for Lacau. He's put the anchors on, and he's done well. He may well get the ball back here. Lacau reaching out, under pressure there from Juan Ambrosio. Ambrosio's done well, beaten Lacau to the ball and opens up the backhander, and well, Gonzalo Ferrari couldn't find the pick up on the bounce. Luquin has it. Monteverde around the corner, and he gets a little bit of a bump from behind, and the whistle will stop the clock with 3:26 in the third. So UAE have the penalty after that slightly clumsy challenge by Marcos Araja. Luquin walking into this one. Got plenty on it. Is it straight? Oh, he's gone hard at it, and he's pushed it right. So a sigh of relief for Ghantoot. They get possession of the ball back here from their own back line. Clock ticking down towards the 3-minute mark here in the third. Breaking out to the right goes Araja. He wants the pass, but Gonza's taken the extra touch, and as a result, Kaku Araja has looped in behind him. Picks the ball up now. Marcos. Luquin was appealing for a block there, but first phase of play was adjudged to have been over, and maybe not enough contact anyway. And Tio Lacau coming in there on Kaku, the 2 number 4s. Can we get rid of this? Okay, so Tio does have the line. It is still here. It's just a question of whether you've got him riding in late and unnecessary contact. But the line is here. So Tio is correct and online. The line doesn't. Correct. 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 Yep. 100%. Spot black. We have a penalty 5 here in favour of black 4. Tio Lacau taps it across the halfway line. Waiting for him is Juan Ambrosio. Lacau tries to outrun his man, but that's good work and well read there by Juan Ambrosio. Got the ride-off in. Can he get the ball? Doesn't need to. Takes the hook and leaves it here for Gonza Ferrari. Ferrari around the corner. Sets up the play here for Ghantoot. Opens up. Launches it. Gone quite high. That's a lovely pickup from Juan Ambrosio. An absolute belter on the half volley, and he's put it straight out into the path of Kaku Araja. Kaku now working this one up over the 60, and he returns the favourites back into the path here of his teammate, and that's a fantastic touch and a wonderful goal by Juan Ambrosio. Well, the two of them worked it beautifully, didn't they? And it was by far the classiest goal of the match thus far. They've equalised in the process. It's 2-2. Beautifully worked there. And a wonderful pickup by Juan Ambrosio on the half volley that made the whole thing possible. We're back in play. Kaku. Wait is the call. He's got Ferrari just in behind him trying to instruct him. A little fly in the ointment there was Luquin Monteverde. That one's been fizzed down towards goal, but it's out to the left-hand side. And Torre Guitar is very happy to see the ball cross the back line, and possession will go back to UAE. Tio Lacau. Didn't get the angle he was looking for there. He wanted a bit more on that. And he's inadvertently given the ball back here to the whites. Tail backhander coming in there for Ghantoot. Both sides of the pony from Torre Guitar. That one's been punched down towards goal. It's Ferrari who's trying to get on the end of it, round the outside. There's the hooter. 30 seconds will be played as Kaku. Nice little burn. Injection of pace to go past Monteverde, and Kaku Araja flicks it towards goal. He's got it across the line right at the end of that third chukker, and in doing so he has taken the lead here for Ghantoot, who have been pretty much goal shy throughout the whole of the first half, but some late goals at the back end of the third, and they find themselves ahead here at half time. It's 3-2 to the whites.
Well, the fields, they look very good. We stopped it for 20-25 days. Maybe they are like brown new, so on the beginning could be a little bit slippery, but it's because we are not using it. So the idea is to have the fields in the best condition as we can, because of the importance of this tournament for us. Well, the idea of this year, I mean, is going to be a new experience for us. We just follow Ramadan. We don't want to change our calendar because of Ramadan. So lucky we have the artificial lights. So we start not in Ramadan. The first week will be not Ramadan, the first 4 games. And then the end of the tournament will be in Ramadan. So the idea is to play one game a day. Will be after iftar. So the players, they can eat a little bit, hydrate, and after 1 hour we are going to play the game. So the game is going to be 8:30. So the idea is not to change our calendar, just follow the Ramadan till they pass, and then we continue as normal.
Well, coming here to Ghantoot is amazing. Really good fields, long ride, but it's good. And coming winning the golf, and no, good feeling. Good feeling is the same, I think. And to concentrate as well, the same. We talk about to be concentrated. That the first match again after winning a tournament is difficult, but we do it. It's a surprise. Yeah, we were preparing all the match, and today we didn't know anything. So new team, but well, very tough game, and we have luck.
Well, welcome back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers on the live stream. Welcome back to the replay of Kaku Araja's goal. That was the final touch of the third chukker and the first half of this match, and it put Ghantoot into the lead by the score of 3-2. There's the chukker by chukker. You can see that slow start by Ghantoot, and they scored 0 points in the first and second and came up with 3 goals in the third to snatch the lead. Field goals, 2 to the whites, 1 for the blacks. Throw-ins, that's been shaded, dominated by Ghantoot, 5-2 in their favour. Fouls, 7 by Ghantoot and 3 by UAE. Penalties, 1 out of 4 and 1 out of 4 respectively. No corners and no yellows in the card thus far. We're back in play. Who's got it? Could be Luquin. Monteverde. Working that one out of the throw-in. Quite get the drive that he was looking for. Oh, Shamsi's there. Goes for the tail backhand. A good work from him into the path of Gonzalo Ferrari, who picks up one nicely out of the air. Ferrari now for Ghantoot. Ahead by 1. Heavy under the neck shot coming in there, and a very loud blast from the umpire's whistle. It was Gio Lecao who was there. As we look at the replay here, can't be any arguments about that. It's going to be a penalty 5 from the spot in favour of UAE. It's going to be Gio Lecao circling around. He may well have a pop from here, but he's got to deal with this cross breeze. It's pretty strong, the wind here. He's gone for it. He's taken a deflection. And Juan Ambrosio deflecting the ball into the path of a teammate. Picked up now by Kaku. Ferrari goes downfield. Monteverde drops in and tries to steal. The umpires don't like it. The whistle's gone. And the umpires are going to have a chat here. They may well keep going, and they have. Good decision. They're going to go down to the penalty 4. So a 60-yard penalty here for Ghantoot. They had plenty of runners, and they had a man out front. That was Gonzalo Ferrari who wanted the pass. Strength in numbers, and they were on the move. Kaku Raja. Tidy jockey, isn't he? Sits in a very good position. A few looseners. And what's he got here? Into the wind from 60. He's got the height. Is it straight? Looks good. It is good. Lovely chipped 60-yard penalty right over the top of the defenders. And Ghantoot extending their lead here over UAE. After a very slow start, they go 4-2. Pops out for Toriguitar. Ambrosio flying downfield here on the chestnut, sets himself. This one's going left. And he had a couple of players behind him. Maybe they didn't hear the call. Gonzalo Ferrari was calling him off, I think. And I think he might well be reminding him of that right now as that ball flashes wide to the left. A good chance has gone by here for Ghantoot. 4-2 UAE from their own back line in the form of Gio Lecao. Good neck shot for Monteverde to try and retrieve, and he's done well here. This time it was Toriguitar coming in with the call for the leave. Monteverde was in the process of swinging but didn't pull out of it. Perhaps he should have done. Possession back to Ferrari. Ferrari now working at both sides of the pony. Takes the contact there. A ride-off coming in there from Rocci Torreguitar, but it's Ferrari. Got some support. Goal shot comes in. And, well, Luquin Monteverde looked like he was well positioned. The first white was all right, but I'm not sure about the second. And there you have it. Penalty 5. Right in front of their own posts, and a chance for Teo Lacau to relieve some pressure here. Monteverde goes right, and then breaks back to the left. And that's where the ball's gone, but Rocci may get there first. Torreguitar trying to escape the attentions of Gonzalo Ferrari. The two number 3s coming together. Pass goes out towards Luquin. Still, Monteverde gets bat on ball and controls it. Lacau is there, but he's shown too much of that to Marcos Araja. Araja coming around the corner, tries to cut it at pace, leaves it behind, and it's now good skills around the corner. Look at this, setting himself and cutting that one through the traffic. He's cut it wide. Luquin Monteverde with some lovely skills around the corner, but he couldn't find the target. Ferrari changes. So too does his teammate Kako Araja, and it's Araja now who gets the ball, gets it back to Gonza Ferrari. He'll put the brakes on here and switch over to the offside. Rocci waiting for him. First time hit downfield, but Juan Ambrosio has been well marked here by Teo Lacau. Is going to be first to surface in defence for UAE. Puts the brakes on. Spins the corner. Sets up the play here for the black shirts of UAE. Tucked in behind is Monteverde. He's going to pick the ball up now. Al-Shamsi appealing for the foul. Head-to-head coming in there was Ambrosio. Didn't quite get the luck that he was looking for there, Juan. Lacau has it. Still 4-2 to Ghantoot. That one's gone out towards Torreguitar. The ride-off coming in. Umpire in the perfect position. A loud blast from the umpire's whistle. Contact didn't look very good from here. There's the replay. Different speeds. Certainly bounced into him and then slid straight through. Ball has been dropped down for Luquin Monteverde. We've got 3:03 on the clock here in the fourth, and a chance for this young Argentine to claw one back and go within one. Just waiting for Juan Ambrosio, it looks like. "40-yard hit, penalty 3 is the resulting penalty. It looks like we are all set and ready. Here comes Luquin, looking for 3-4. Has he got it? He has. They had a good look at it, but it's just inside that left-hand post. And the goal is good. teams forming on the far side of the pitch. Monteverde has it. Tries to punch a long one through the traffic. He was looking for Sheikha Metha, but the ball didn't quite reach her, and the attack has broken down. Flying through here and keeping the ball for himself is Kako Raja, and he's got the pace. Lecao was there. He wanted the foul hook there. Raja, he's screaming there as he remonstrated to the referees that he'd been fouled, but play will continue. Possible to tell from here. The umpire's well positioned, and they're happy for play to continue. That one's been opened up back into the path of Araja, who's flying through once again. Metha Al Maktoum will go near side, and in doing so, she just potentially came across in front of Kako Raja. Loud blast from the umpires. Going to be a close range penalty here, penalty 2, and a chance for Kaku to restore the 2-goal lead. Nicely done, bobbles it across the line. 5-3. One, 2, 3 on the clock here in the fourth. The penultimate chukker potentially between these two. As Lukien escapes from the back of the pack. Slight miscontrol, but he brings the pony back beautifully and then chops it down towards goal. He went hard at that, good contact, but off target to the left. We're back in play. Ferrari out towards Kaku. The cow is there. He's got to be careful he doesn't push that player across. It was eventually got a bit grubby on the balls, didn't it? And there's a whistle. Lecao had his stick raised. And there was a white player switching to the near side, and that's what the umpires have seen. Raja was involved in the play. Possession back with UAE. Tap forward and then launched, and it looks good. The launch, is it straight, tight angle? Has he got it? I think, well, there's a little bit of discussion. The whites think it's wide. The whistler's gone. The hooter had sounded. It will be the end of the fourth chukker, and it looks like we're going to have a knock-in when we get back in favour of Ghantoot. With a score here, Ghantoot 5, UAE 3. welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Field 2 here at the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. There's the chukker by chukker progression. Ghantoot starting slowly, I think it's fair to say, but they scored 3 in the third, and they currently lead 5-3. We're back in play. Lecao tried to cut, Ferrari that was, of course. Picked up by Kaku, up over the halfway line, flying downfield. Tori Guitar with his stick raised. Ball worked around the corner, a little snapshot there on the near side. It's going, and it's across the line and in. The whistle's gone. There's going to be a technical against UAE here. Here's the replay. This is what they're complaining about. It was not just that there was a first part of the play that Tori Guitar was appealing for, and it was about the contact in the ride-off. But someone has said too much, and the umpires have blown their whistle, and they put the ball down on the halfway line. 6-3 to Ghantoot, as we see the replay of that near side under the neck. There it is. Juan Ambrosio, nice little bit of reflex, and there's nothing that Tio Lecao could do to stop that one from crossing the line. That one's been launched downfield, and it's been launched long and wide. Tio Lecao with a little tap, and then a cut that almost went into the pony of Matthias Barbieri. A cry of anguish there. There's the ball that almost collides with the umpire. Here's the replay again, Monteverde. And that's the collision. Rochi Tori Guitar involved. Well, a bit rough to say the least. Penalty 4. Here comes Lukien. He's got the height. Has it leaked out to the right? They're having a good look at it, and they've given it. Goal has been awarded. Went very, very high. Umpire on that post having a really, really good look at it. We're back in play. Tail backhander. Nasser. Can he pick up the bouncing ball? Windmilling his way, but he's over the top of the plate. Ferrari switches to the offside, and he's got a bit of a bad break there as that backhander has fallen very nicely into the path of Lukien Monteverde after it's been charged down. Monteverde, nice bit of work there, and he sets himself and he goes for goal. And has he got another one? I think he's just wide to the left. So UAE bursting into life here in the fifth. Just going to have a break in play for Matha, who's lost her stick. It's going to be picked up for her by Peter Wright. We're back in play. That's a nice neck shot from the back line. And it will be picked up here by Kaku Raja. Kaku at pace. Trying to escape the attentions of Luquin Monteverde. They come to a grinding halt. It's very grubby. Ferrari has it. And he goes past Rocci Torigita. Gonza Ferrari now. Lecao, the last line of defence. Ferrari with a little drag back in field. Monteverde is there. Oh, look at this. Working both sides of the horse. Monteverde is there for a piece of the action. Juan Ambrosio working hard for it. And Luquin has it. Luquin spins the corner. Can he pick up the bouncing ball on the run? Yes, he can. Real confidence coming out of defence here by Luquin Monteverde, but eventually he's overrun it. Backhander coming in from Juan Ambrosio. There's no one there in a white shirt because Ferrari's been beaten to the ball here by Luquin. Takes the contact there with Gonzalo Ferrari. Luquin brings it back in field. Still trailing by 2 here, UAE. There is time, but they certainly cannot concede another one, you would think. Big ride off. Whoa. Tio Lecao with a huge ride off on the far side of the field. And the clock will stop after the umpire's whistle, and we have 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Tio Lecao jumping off his pony. As we look at the replay again, Monteverde out towards Lecao. And the challenge coming in there from the Ghantoot defender, it was Kaku Raja. Doesn't take the contact very well, but the ride-off looks like it's too far in front to me. .355 on the clock. The umpires have made their decision. It's a penalty too. It's going to be an opportunity here for UAE to go within touching distance. Monteverde it is on the Gatiada. He's got it, strokes it through, and the clock now ticking down inside that 4-minute mark. And the difference here between these two teams is just 1. The drone being launched in front of the commentary position here. Gonzalo Ferrari has possession of the ball here for the Whites. He's been told to get on with it, and he has found an absolute ripper downfield. This is plonked down right in front of the goal. Can Shamsi find the cut shot? Near side comes in. It was Juan Ambrosio, and that's a lovely pick-up at pace there from Monteverde, who goes near side. Lukin trying to turn defence into attack here for UAE. Here comes the cavalry, and it's been punched through there by Tori Guitar, back into the path of his teammate, and Lukin's over the top, but here comes Tori Guitar. It's Rochi. Oh, it's into the traffic, and it's going to come across the field. Backhander comes in there. And Tori Guitar picks it up, works it around the corner. It's been cut back towards goal. And the umpire's whistle has gone. We do have a player off his pony. Looks like pony and rider are all okay. This is it here. This is it. De ahí. A ver. Sí, pero por ahí cuando se doblan. A ver. Otra vez, por favor. Ahí. Lento. Just off screen. I haven't got it. We just miss it, and we've checked both cameras.
Didn't see anything live?
Well, not really. No, I was looking at the ball. I don't have anything for you guys, I'm afraid. So we're back in play, and there's a whistle from the throw-in. White stick was raised, whistle has gone as Lecao came across to try and steal that ball. And there was an incident in that previous passage of play that we went to the replay, and unfortunately it wasn't on camera. Somebody got clipped, but we are unable to come up with a verdict because we do not have it on the replay. Ball back in play here with Gonzalo Ferrari. Araja on the loop, drops in behind. Ghantoot, who have been ahead here after 3 goals they scored in the third chukker. They started slowly. They've had the lead since then. Monteverde, backhander out towards the far side, but Kaku is first to surface. He's got some good defensive work going on there from... Oh. And extraordinarily, we have another incident in the match, and Luquín Monteverde, who looks okay, has been unseated. So thankfully horse and rider both okay. Just a little slip as he came around the corner. There was no contact from an opponent. There's the slip. .154 on the clock. 6-6 the score here between Ghantoot and UAE. Lukeen is good to go. It's going to be a clear possession drop ball to the home team of Ghantoot, who are looking to wrestle back the lead here. They're about 30 yards inside enemy territory. That one's been hit first time. Juan Ambrosio trying to get it on the end of this and does. Straightens up towards goal. This is good work. Takes the nudge. Shot comes in. Lukeen is back in defence and right in front of his own goal line. He clears the ball out towards Lecao. Tio. Got some support here from Lukeen. Done well to get away from a couple of white players, but he's still got to beat Gonzalo Ferrari. Rochi Torreguitar on the loop will pick up possession here and then crunches that high ball up over the halfway line. Lecao. And a whistle as Juan Ambrosio had his stick raised. Looked like he was well established. Lecao waiting for that ball to come down from a great height. Well, Lukeen is just questioning that with the referees, but can't see that there's an awful lot to contest in that. Spot to the whites. Kaku goes up. Can he get on the end of this pass from Gonzalo Ferrari? Lukeen. Good work from Kaku, establishing the line and getting control back here. Sneaks the ball away from Lukeen, who came in on the head-to-head, and this has gone down into a very dangerous area. Big ride-off coming in. The whites are in. Surely from there, Ferrari out of the air. He's got the score. Well, it was a cute bit of play from Kaku Araja, who set it up. He got away from a couple of UAE players and then found an absolute beauty of a pass and dropped the ball right down in front of goal. And Gonzalo Ferrari is devastatingly clinical from those situations. And he got the final touch out of the air, put the ball across the line, and in doing so, he has defeated UAE here. Ghantoot 7, UAE 6. There's the chukker by chukker progression for the benefit of those of you at home on the live stream. A slow start by both teams, it has to be said. Ghantoot didn't score until the third, when they scored 3 late goals in that chukker and came in at half-time ahead by 1, 3-2 in their favour. They were 5-3 ahead in the fourth, and as you can see, most of the goals loaded at the back end of the match. And in the end, Ghantoot scoring 2 in the fifth and final chukker, and despite a late comeback from UAE, the whites held on to win by 1. So jubilant scenes down in the Ghantoot corner of the field. That's 2 from 2 for them. and they'll be in fine fettle as they go through this tournament. Let's have a look at the match stats. Field goals 4-2 in favour of the Whites. Throw-ins, they shaded that 9-5 in their favour. Fouls, well, they committed 13 fouls, Ghantoot. It was a very stop-start game, along with all those niggly little injuries and a couple of tumbles as well. Seems like we've been here for a long time. Penalties, 3 out of 3 for Ghantoot, 4 out of 7 for UAE. There were no corners and no yellows. We're going to have a quick look at the best goals, are we? Here they come. Here are the highlights. Nice one from range. This was nicely worked, wasn't it, between Kaku Raja and Juan Ambrosio. Juan, having set that play up with a wonderful half volley, got the finishing touch. Kaku weaving his way through the traffic at the end of the third. And there's that pass from Araja. Good ride-off coming in. Cleared the space for Gonzalo Ferrari to take the glory. That's all we got time for. In fact, we're late. We're heading off to the Sultan bin Zayed field for the second contest.